Hello.
Hey,
Yes, that worked. Hi, I'm
you made it.
Franz.
Hey,
This is
it's
Andy.
Andrew.
Here we are. It's October 2022. This is the Concrete CMS Town Hall. We are doing a quick check-in and seeing how you're doing, letting you know how we're doing. So, here we go. I think it's going to be a pretty brief one this month. We've got a bunch of stuff going on, but not a lot to show or talk about. So it's just one of those middle of the marathon kind of times of the year. But that said, let's jump right into the news. 912 was released. To read about it in the blog. Andy, any highlights you want to talk about in that?
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of little things in here. Uh, not no huge new features to speak of, but just a lot of little quality of life improvements. One thing that might impact people's real world web workflow for the better immediately is basic support for WebP images in the file manager. Nothing super advanced with that support yet, so not any real integration with that on the front end beyond the ability to just pick them in the image block. But before that, you couldn't even really, they weren't even treated correctly when you uploaded them into the file manager. So that has been fixed. We also, with the help of Mlocati, have re-enabled file chunking in the file manager, which is a pretty big deal if you've got your server configured only to support smaller blocks of files. You can actually now re-upload, or you can now upload larger files than that file limit that was broken in version 9. Kind of a known thing, but that is working again. Lots of little improvements, like the ability to toggle password visibility when adding users. Lots of little configuration updates and bug fixes all around. So definitely give that one check that one out when you can.
Nice. Yeah, good job. In more news, we're working on 9.2, which is slated to be released in the new year. Big focus on new API stuff, quality of life, interface improvements, that kind of thing. We are also working on Marketplace 2.0. We've been rebuilding all the Concrete CMS stack over the last year and some. The Marketplace is the last piece to come along. So been lots of planning, and we're starting to get into that. So you'll start to hear more from us as that becomes more mature here. But just want to let everyone know that is happening. In other news, this is oddly specific, but I know it's beloved. Formidable, which is a very popular form add-on for Concrete that lets you build multi-step forms and lay them out and do stuff far beyond what the kind of minimum viable product of our form builder in the core does, is now version 9 ready. So it's actually been added as a new version 9 specific add-on. So you'll have to go to the old listing. I believe there's a link over to it. That makes perfect sense to me. It's been years since Formidable for version 8 was made, and not an insignificant amount of work to get that behaving in version 9. So pretty reasonable for that developer to want a little bit more money involved. But now Formidable is there. So if you're waiting on Formidable to be able to upgrade your site to version 9, is now waiting for you.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's pretty cool. Last bit of news I have to share is we have started doing a bit more documentation, especially around videos. So you may have seen, if you're using the latest version of Concrete, that the help sidebar is improving, getting some better content. There are some learning Concrete videos that are going on YouTube. We've made a channel for them, trying to kind of add to those over time. We've also started doing an internal meeting every Friday where we go over topics that are coming up in the forums or sections, particularly in the developer docs, that are just like, well, this could use some updating. And we have the senior devs lay down the knowledge for the newer devs internally, and we record that. So some of that is going to just inform document updates that we just need to do, but some of that stuff may get posted as a raw format as well. So keep an eye out for that. I know we made one last week that I thought was probably just need to make sure that we're going to blur a couple of passwords, but beyond that, it seemed like it was pretty shareable. So all that stuff is happening. That's what I know about in the news. I don't think that I'm missing anything huge. Like I said, it's a lot of
That sounds
middle of the
about it to
marathon
me.
type work. Awesome. Well, let's get into thank you. So Concrete is a open source community, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the thousands of people who are using concrete for their own stuff and helping it and pushing it in different directions. So we like to take a little bit of time out every month and thank people who have done something particular has jumped out. By no means is this exhaustive, but just want to make sure it's somewhat inclusive. So, Andy, do you want to thank some of these folks with your?
Sure, I can do that. Yeah, we've had a lot of code submissions in the last month from community members. M. Nakale, CCM Enlil, M. Lokati, Jeff Patkow, Joey Masuva, Joey Jantet, and Hishi. So thank you to everyone who submitted code in the last month. With new GitHub issues, we've had them open from community members Hostco, Hishi, C. Bruns, M. Nakale, Morier, Rude Zuderlicht, Studio 108, Katsuno, Kurt Kuhnen, Dustbull, B. Tugwell, Luigi 23N, Dan Klassen, M. Locati, N5TS, Michael Valenti, BTA VASSC, and Nakazawazakan. Sorry about
Amazing.
that. I apologize. And finally, we've had excellent documentation updates from M. Nakale and Hishi.
Awesome. Thank you. There's some oldie but goodie names in there, folks. That
Yeah.
yeah, have been around for many many years. I haven't seen until just pure now. So, hello there.
Yeah.
That's great to see, and thank you very much. The other thing that we do every month is we have the Golden Baton. So this is an award, a badge that comes with $250 in marketplace credit and is bequeathed from one member of the community to another. So it's kind of handed like a baton. Last month, it was awarded to Tim McNally, and he has now passed it on to, let's see if I can do this. No, I can't. To Hutman, which is actually a conglomerate, as I understand, is a company, but is a name that has been around for a long time. So, as a company account, many achievements, 100,000 karma points, more than 3,000 messages in the forums. So, clearly, very, very helpful people. I think it's actually a couple of different concrete shops that have combined at this point.
Nice.
And so I think within Hutman, we want to shout out Robert, Kelly, Rich, Nathan, Ashley, Melanie, Dan, and Dave. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you all. Appreciate the help that you provide. Hutman's a active member in our services partner group, so y'all should check that out too. Go down to the footer. You can find partners underneath about. But yeah, thanks to Hutman and congratulations for being helpful and being noticed and having the community be thankful for you. We're thankful too. Okay, we are trucking. If you have any questions, now's the time because this is going to be a short and sweet town hall. But we do have a quick check-in from John with the PRB. So let's see if I can cue that up.
Hello everyone, it's just me this month. We've only got a few add-ons to review, so Nor's taking it easy and we'll be back with next month's news. Our first add-on is Login Destination by Mlocati. This lets you configure where users are directed after they log in by a set of rules that you define. In the screenshot here, it says if users are in the administrators group, they go to the dashboard, and if they're not an auditor, they go to the home page. The add-on is free in the marketplace and the review was by Enlil. Our next add-on is Formidable by DE Webmakers. Formidable is a long-term concrete add-on. It's been around since version 5.6 and been rebuilt and rewritten for each version since. This is a new release of Formidable for concrete version 9. This is a form builder add-on. You have a dashboard section for creating and laying out forms using a grid, and then on the front end of the site you have a block that shows the forms and runs the form handling. The price is $60 in the marketplace. Our final block is Makaru Page Ratings by Concrete Japan. This is free in the marketplace and the review was by Endel. The add-on includes 2 blocks, a rating button to actually give a rating, and then a page list block to organise page lists including ratings or sorted by ratings. The rating button has 3 formats, and then the listing block shows those ratings. Well, that's it. Fairly short news. We'll be back with more news next month.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
Well, there we go. Thanks, John and Noor and Enlil for doing the PRB review. Appreciate that. Let's see. Q&A. We're just blasting right through. The only question that I have right now is, can we please clean up our YouTube a little bit and make it easier to find stuff? Yes, we can. As I said earlier, we're starting to do that, but we can definitely spend a little bit of time policing that up, make sure that there's town hall playlists sooner than a day before the town hall is probably not a bad idea. I don't know if I want to book a whole year out because sometimes things move around, but we'll definitely tighten up our game on that. And I believe, unless I'm missing something else, that is going to be all she wrote. Going once, going twice. Okay, this is good because we've got back-to-back meetings today, so it's actually a chance to make a bagel. I'm going to give you all back some time. Thank you for checking in with Concrete. We will see you next month, and yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions in the forums. We'll talk more then.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.